it's an umbrella term, and there's so many different kinds of applied theater. But what they have in common, I'll start with the second definition because it's the simplest. It's that it's of the people, by the people, and for the people. So applied theater has to be created for a community, by the community, so the performers have to be of the community, and considering who is this community, what do they care about, let's design performances specifically for us. So can you think of any examples? Have you seen any type of applied theater in the past? I'll give you an example that is a tool that both Eastern and U of M have theater troupes, of applied theater troupes that they utilize in orientations, as well as a lot of kind of the training, certainly the beginning of the year. Both Eastern and U of M have a troupe that performs for freshmen coming into college, and it's college students performing for college students about why is it hard to be a college student? And what do you think that looks like? I mean, what would, if we were a theater troupe, an applied theater troupe saying, what do I wish I knew coming in to college? What stories would you tell? You know what I'm saying? Can you think of any possibilities of that?
Just procrastination, I guess.
Yeah. So time management and just kind of like this idea. And whenever I have an 18-year-old student, and I'm just like, this is clearly you've never lived away from home before. You have Netflix. You have social media. If I had those things, I don't know what I would have done. I mean, I didn't have those options when I was going to college. So even just not having any sort of adult supervision of figuring out, okay, you have to stop procrastinating, you have to turn that off, you have to go to bed now. 18-year-olds need to figure that out pretty quick, and it's huge. And that's certainly one of the things that they talk about. They talk about in the performances that they do, in the orientation, they talk about how to take care of yourself, how to build a community within your dorm that is meaningful. What is it like when your roommate is completely different than you? And I know it's probably different in a computer school. You guys are computers. Yeah. But it is of the people, for the people, by the people. And that's a kind of theater that is certainly applied theater. And then the top definition is a little bit more broken, a little bit more extensive. Applied theater refers to the practice of theater and drama in non-traditional settings and or with marginalized communities. So in the example I just gave, it's a non-traditional setting in that it's not, I mean, it's in a college, but it's not necessarily at a theater. And the goal is to say, what are the social issues of our world? How to create a culture that is healthy. But often it's asking even deeper questions of cultural policy, public health, education, housing, social welfare, juvenile and criminal justice. So in we're gonna go over more extensively two types of applied theater. And of the two types, the second one especially is even more kind of politically charged and looking at the justice system and what is right and wrong within our world. So the types, I won't go over all those, but just to kind of show you that it is an umbrella term. There's a lot of types of applied theater. Drama therapy is kind of within that, prison theater, interactive theater, but all the two types of theater I'm going to do too are even more than I described in the theater that we have, the applied theater that we do at Eastern, even more about breaking down the barriers between the performers and the audience and saying, give us your stories, let's improvise together.